The Young and the Restless spoilers document that Billy Abbott's question pushes the plot. He asked Nick Newman about Ian Ward. That's not a typical question someone would ask about someone who died in front of a group of people at the new Newman ranch house. However, this is Ian, and everyone living in Genoa City, Wisconsin, includes the villain in question. Nick's response is telling because he did something viewers on the other side of the screen generally wouldn't do unless they are, unfortunately, connected to an Ian type. Nick's contact with the morgue advances the storyline. The last time Ian Ward was seen alive. Cut to a scene where a vehicle is transporting a stretcher that appears to contain the carcass of Ian. He had to be dead because Victor Newman shot him with his gun. That struggle inside the ranch house's living room happened after Ian shot Victor at point-blank range. The audience was asked to suspend disbelief because that bloodthirsty criminal surely wanted to end the life of his enemy, but somehow didn't. So Ian's being taken to the morgue and suddenly gasps. He awakens, and that's the last we've seen of him, making Nick's comments about what the morgue told him eye-raising. What did Nick Newman learn? Nick said that he called the morgue and was told that Ian was cremated. But Nick wasn't at the morgue when the cremation happened, and that's important. The morgue employee could have provided Nick with false information and is in on Ian's ruse. Alternatively, that information might have been entered into a database by whoever helped Ian fake his death. Alternatively, it's possible that Ian awakened, died in that vehicle, and was cremated. But why tease the audience with his miraculous revival? Shift to Sharon Newman and Phyllis Summers. Billy and Nick are concerned about Phyllis Summers because she left town unexpectedly and provided an odd update about her whereabouts to Summer Newman. Fans know that an unknown individual abducted Phyllis and Sharon Newman. That person is projecting a disguised voice through a loudspeaker at a seemingly abandoned facility. The most likely person to have kidnapped Phyllis and Sharon is Ian. He holds a grudge against them and possesses the ability to exact this revenge plot because he's assumed dead. Yet the answer may be too obvious, and a major head fake is ahead. Alternative possibilities are vexing. Might Aristotle Dumas be Ian's alias? If so, that would be a shocking reveal. But if Aristotle isn't Ian, this newly referenced character could have captured Phyllis and Sharon as part of a larger plan to destabilize targeted players in GC. This site is a leading source for everything linked to the Young and the Restless. Check back regularly for Y and R spoilers and news. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Pulse Canvas. It's me, Jolie here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal a few surprises are hitting the CBS soap. It's been all about Sharon and Phyllis for the past few weeks. However, the latest preview video for I and R reveals new developments we didn't. One of those seems to be testing a possible new couple. Honestly, we're here for the pairing that just might make one character less boring. There's been a lot of drama on the show, but at least one happy moment is on the horizon. Tracy and Claire have surprising moments. We and our fans kind of forgot about Tracy and Alan because their relationship has been on the back burner. The happy couple returns to spend time with Jack and Diane. In the preview video, Tracy gushes to Alan about the happiness she has found with him as Diane and Jack look on. It turns out Alan had a trick up his sleeve, which is basically a proposal for Tracy. Meanwhile, Claire sits at the GAC bar alone, sipping on a martini. After commenting on James Bond and martinis, Claire finds herself with someone to talk to. Holden arrives and wastes no time flirting with Claire. The rumor mill is buzzing that Holden and Claire have a secret past. Perhaps this interaction is their reunion, or it could also simply be Holden putting on the charm because Claire caught his eye. What's wrong with Phyllis? The Young and the Restless spoilers reveal that Sharon and Phyllis are put to the test as they fight for their lives. In the video, something is very wrong with Phyllis, who seems to be sick. A sweaty Phyllis doubles over as Sharon asks her what's wrong. Phyllis feels sick, and all signs are pointing to her getting poisoned. This is Y and R, after all, and they are trapped in a basement, so what's a little poison thrown into the mix? Whatever it is, Phyllis does not look good. Sharon better act quickly if she's going to save her enemy's life so they can escape. Will Tracy accept Alan's proposal? Will Claire engage with Holden or shut him down because of Kyle? Those questions and what's happening with Phyllis will be answered on upcoming episodes of the hit CBS soap. In a stunning turn of events, the young and the restless star Michael Graziadei, Daniel Romalotti, is opening a new chapter in his life following an incredibly difficult personal loss. The actor, known for his heartfelt performances and undeniable charisma, is facing a bittersweet moment as he welcomes a new addition to his family after enduring heartache that no one saw coming. Fans of Graziadei, both on-screen and off, have been following his journey for years, and this latest development proves that life can be full of both devastating lows and hopeful highs. From the depths of sorrow to the bright light of new beginnings, Michael's story is one that will move you. A heartbreaking loss, the pain that changed everything. Life has a way of throwing curveballs when we least expect it, and Graziadei's personal journey has not been without its share of heartbreak. Sources close to the actor revealed that he recently endured a profound loss, one that left him questioning everything. While details about the loss remain private, it's clear that it affected him deeply. But even in the face of overwhelming grief, Graziadei has found strength in his resilience, and his fans have been by his side through it all, offering love and support during this difficult time. The new addition, a sign of hope. In the midst of the emotional storm, Graziadei has been blessed with a new addition to his family, a sign that life moves forward and sometimes offers a glimmer of joy in the darkest of times. Whether it's a new child, a beloved pet, or another close family member, this new chapter represents hope, healing, and a fresh start. In an emotional social media post, Graziadei shared his joy with fans. Through the toughest times, it's the little moments that help you heal. Welcome to the world, little one. His heartfelt words struck a chord with his followers, many of whom sent messages of congratulations and support. A journey of resilience, Michael Graziadei's strength through adversity. Fans of the young and the restless have watched Graziadei's character, Daniel Romalotti, navigate the highs and lows of life, love, and loss. But it's the actor's personal resilience that truly resonates. His ability to face pain with grace and move forward with hope is a testament to the strength he brings to his craft and to his life. Life doesn't always go the way we plan, but that doesn't mean it's the end of the story, Graziadei shared in an interview. Sometimes, the best parts of life are the unexpected moments that come when you least expect them. Looking forward, what's next for Michael Graziadei? With a new addition in his life and a heart full of healing, Graziadei is ready for whatever comes next. Fans are eagerly awaiting to see what the future holds for him, both personally and professionally. Will we see him return to the young and the restless in an even more profound way, bringing his strength and vulnerability to the screen? Will this new addition to his family inspire even more heartwarming moments? As Graziadei continues to embrace life's challenges and joys, there's no doubt that his journey is far from over. Final thoughts, a story of hope and healing. Michael Graziadei's journey is a powerful reminder that even in the darkest moments, there is always room for healing and growth. Through heartache and hardship, Graziadei has shown us all what it means to keep moving forward, embracing life's unexpected twists with open arms. Fans will continue to support him every step of the way, watching as his story unfolds both on and off the screen. Whatever the future holds for Michael Graziadei, one thing is certain: his strength and resilience will inspire us all. Genoa City is about to be rocked by one of the most shocking and heartbreaking exits in Young and the Restless history. Rumors are swirling that Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, a beloved staple of the show for decades, is about to meet a tragic and gruesome end, and fans are not ready for what's coming. With whispers that Sharon Case has ended her contract with Y&R, could this truly be the last we see of Sharon Newman? If so, the way she exits will leave fans stunned, heartbroken, and furious. Let's break down this explosive storyline and what's coming next. The deadly kidnapping, Sharon's final hours? For weeks, tensions have been rising in Genoa City, with Sharon getting tangled in dangerous secrets and deadly enemies. But no one expected things to spiral out of control this fast. According to inside sources, Sharon will become the target of a ruthless kidnapping, one that will push her to her limits and put her face to face with death. But the big question is, who is behind this horrifying crime? Could this be the work of Jordan, the unpredictable villain with a vendetta? Cameron Kirsten's allies, seeking revenge for their fallen leader? An unexpected enemy lurking in the shadows of Genoa City? One thing is certain, this is no ordinary kidnapping, and Sharon may not make it out alive. Nick and Ray's ghost, a final goodbye? As Sharon fights for her life, expect emotional flashbacks and heart-wrenching goodbyes. Some sources suggest we may even see the ghost of Ray Rosales or a deep emotional moment with Nick Newman before tragedy strikes. Could this be Sharon's final farewell, filled with heartbreaking confessions and long overdue closure, or is there still a chance for a last-minute rescue? Sharon Case's exit, the end of an era? Rumors have been flying that Sharon Case has officially wrapped up her time on Y&R. If that's true, this kidnapping plot could be her dramatic send-off. Will the show really kill off Sharon Newman, a character fans have loved for over 30 years? While Y&R hasn't confirmed anything yet, insiders claim that this will be one of the most devastating exits in recent history. If Sharon truly meets her end, it will leave Genoa City forever changed. Will Sharon really die? Soap operas love shocking twists, so could there still be hope? Will Sharon fake her death to escape danger? Will a last-minute hero arrive in time? Or is Y&R about to deliver the most heartbreaking goodbye in years? Final thoughts. A can't-miss week on Y&R. One thing's for sure, The Young and the Restless is about to drop a bombshell. Whether Sharon Newman survives or not, this will be one of the most intense, emotional, and unforgettable storylines of 2025. Are you ready for the heartbreak? Will you be furious if they kill off Sharon? Let us know your thoughts, and don't miss a single episode, because this is a week that will change Y&R forever. Under the cover of a dark and moonless night, Claire found herself lost in a whirlwind of emotions. The pain of betrayal and unreciprocated love weighed heavily on her heart, leaving her teetering on the edge of despair. Her love for Kyle, once the foundation of her dreams, had become an unbearable burden. As she drowned her sorrow in alcohol, she made a reckless decision, one that would change everything. Fueled by heartbreak and a desperate need to escape, Claire grabbed her car keys and stepped into the cold night air. Her mind clouded by liquor and sorrow, she sped onto the highway, pushing the accelerator as if trying to outrun her pain. The neon lights blurred into streaks, the roar of the engine drowned out her quiet sobs, and for a fleeting moment, she believed that this reckless drive might somehow erase her suffering. But fate had other plans. On a sharp bend in the road, her car lost control, spinning wildly before flipping over in a horrifying crash. The deafening sound of metal crunching against asphalt shattered the stillness of the night. When emergency responders arrived, they found Claire in critical condition, barely clinging to life. The sight of her battered car and the wreckage surrounding it painted a grim picture of the night's tragic events. Victoria's fury, Kyle takes the blame. Not far from the accident scene, Victoria and Cole received the devastating phone call. Their hearts pounded as they rushed to the hospital, desperate for answers. The sight that met them was nothing short of heartbreaking. Claire fighting for every breath in a sterile hospital room, the weight of uncertainty pressing heavily upon them. For Victoria, there was only one person to blame: Kyle. His actions, his betrayal, had driven Claire to this breaking point. The whispers in the halls of the Newman estate grew louder, cementing the belief that Kyle's negligence had played a key role in this catastrophe. In her eyes, he had shattered Claire's heart and pushed her toward a path of self-destruction. Kyle's guilt and Summer's hidden agenda. For Kyle, the accident became an unavoidable wake-up call. The weight of his careless actions crashed down upon him, forcing him to confront the consequences of his choices. Regret and sorrow consumed him as he stood outside Claire's hospital room, tormented by the realization that his indifference had pushed her to the brink. Meanwhile, in the shadows, Summer saw things differently. To her, Claire's accident was not just an unfortunate tragedy, it was an opportunity. A future without Claire meant Kyle would finally be free, unburdened by the past and ready to fully embrace their secret love. The guilt that haunted Kyle was, to Summer, a small price to pay for a love she had always longed for. The Newman family's retaliation. Within the powerful walls of the Newman family, the reaction was swift and unforgiving. Kyle was no longer welcome near Claire. His presence was seen as a threat, a reminder of the pain and suffering their daughter had endured. The Newman legacy, built on loyalty and ironclad bonds, would not tolerate betrayal. Cole and Victoria, consumed by grief and rage, vowed to protect Claire at all costs. They were determined to make Kyle pay for his actions, to ensure justice was served. Their pain demanded retribution, and they would not rest until Kyle faced the consequences of his betrayal. The battle lines are drawn. As Claire lay unconscious, fighting for her life, tensions escalated. Kyle, burdened by guilt, sought redemption, but the Newman family had already made their decision. He would never again be allowed close to Claire. Meanwhile, Summer, emboldened by the accident, saw her chance to finally claim Kyle's heart without competition. In the high-stakes game of love, loyalty, and power, the lines had been drawn. The Newman family was prepared to do whatever it took to protect their own. Kyle, now an outcast, faced the harsh reality of his actions, and Claire, caught in the middle of it all, would soon awaken to a world forever changed. Would she find the strength to move forward, or had the events of that fateful night sealed her fate? Only time would tell, but one thing was certain: no one involved would escape unscathed. In The Young and the Restless, what should have been a romantic moment quickly spirals into heartbreak, anger, and doubt. Alan's unexpected proposal, meant to symbolize his devotion and commitment, sends shockwaves through Tracy's world. But instead of a joyous acceptance, Tracy finds herself overwhelmed by emotions she can no longer suppress. Her reaction, a mix of tears, rage, and an anguished scream, leaves everyone stunned. Why would she reject a man who appears to love her so deeply? The answer is far more complicated than it seems. Alan's love for Tracy has transformed him over time. He is convinced that only a lifelong commitment can prove the depth of his feelings. To him, this proposal is not just about romance. It's a declaration of change, a bid for redemption, and a promise of a future filled with love and happiness. His grand gesture, a lavish dinner under the stars, is designed to sweep Tracy off her feet. With music floating in the background and poetic words pouring from his lips, Alan lays his heart bare. His sincerity is undeniable, his eyes shine with hope and vulnerability. But beneath this picture-perfect proposal lies an undercurrent of tension and fear. Tracy's past is riddled with heartbreak. Every relationship she has ever known has ended in betrayal, leaving her hesitant to trust again. Her history is filled with false promises and shattered dreams, making her wary of the very thing she longs for, true love. When Alan kneels before her, offering forever, Tracy doesn't see just a man in love. She sees the possibility of history repeating itself. Her heart battles against her mind. Could Alan be the exception, or is he just another chapter in her painful past? As whispers of deception begin to circulate, a troubling question emerges. Who is Alan really? Could he be hiding a dark secret? Rumors swirl that he may not be who he claims to be, with some even suggesting he could be impersonating a long-lost twin brother. These doubts are not lost on Jack, who has always been protective of Tracy. His instincts tell him something is off. While Alan appears genuine, Jack can't shake the feeling that something sinister lurks beneath the surface. He quietly investigates, tracking Alan's past and analyzing his every move, but the deeper he digs, the murkier the truth becomes. For Tracy, the internal conflict becomes unbearable. Alan's love offers the kind of warmth and security she has longed for, yet the possibility of being deceived once again is terrifying. Her heart aches for connection, yet her instincts scream for caution. As she wrestles with her emotions, her final decision takes everyone by surprise. When the moment of truth arrives, Tracy doesn't simply decline Alan's proposal. She breaks down in an explosion of raw emotion. Tears stream down her face as she recounts the pain of her past, her voice shaking with anger and sorrow. She screams, demanding to know if Alan's love is real or just another illusion. Her rejection is not just about fear, it's a desperate act of self-preservation. Jack watches with a mix of relief and sadness. He knows that while Tracy's choice spares her from potential heartache, it also costs her a chance at happiness. But was her decision the right one, or did she let fear rob her of a love that could have been real? As Alan stands there, stunned and heartbroken, the future remains uncertain. Was his love genuine, or was Jack right to be suspicious? And if Alan's past does hold a secret, what devastating truth could Tracy have just narrowly avoided? In a shocking turn of events, the young and the restless community is reeling from the devastating news of Pamela Bach's passing. The beloved actress, known for her unforgettable portrayal of Mary Jo Mason, has tragically taken her own life. Police reports confirm that Pamela succumbed to the overwhelming pressures she faced, making the heartbreaking decision to end her suffering. The entertainment world and her fans are left grieving, questioning what could have led to such a tragic outcome for a woman who once shined so brightly on screen. A life in the spotlight. Pamela Bach was not just another actress, she was a powerhouse of talent and grace. Her role as Mary Jo Mason in The Young and the Restless cemented her status as a soap opera icon. Fans were captivated by her beauty, charisma, and the depth she brought to her character. Pamela had a special way of connecting with audiences, making them feel every emotion her character experienced. She was a star who left a lasting impression on the industry, proving that talent and dedication could create unforgettable television moments. But beyond the bright lights of Hollywood, Pamela battled her own demons. While she appeared confident and full of life on screen, behind closed doors, she faced personal struggles that would ultimately prove too heavy to bear. The hidden struggles. Despite her successful career, Pamela's personal life was filled with turmoil. Reports indicate that she faced difficulties in her marriage and family life, challenges that took a significant toll on her emotional well-being. The pressures of maintaining a public image while struggling privately became increasingly difficult. Over time, the weight of her personal battles affected her professional career, leading to fewer opportunities and a declining presence in the entertainment industry. Many who knew Pamela personally recall a woman who worked tirelessly to maintain her happiness, even as she silently suffered. The battle between her public persona and private pain was one she fought alone, and tragically, it led to her final moments. The heartbreaking end. On the day of her passing, Pamela made the devastating decision to take her own life. Authorities confirmed that she died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound, a shocking revelation that has left fans and colleagues struggling to comprehend the depth of her despair. Despite the official cause of death, many are left wondering how such a vibrant and talented woman reached this point. Pamela's story is a painful reminder of the silent battles people fight every day. While she was adored by fans and admired in the industry, the internal struggles she faced were powerful enough to overshadow all of that love and success. A final goodbye. Before her passing, Pamela left a message for her loved ones and fans. In her farewell, she expressed her deep appreciation for those who supported her throughout her career. She wished happiness and peace for everyone, showing that even in her darkest moments, she still thought of others. Her message serves as both a heartbreaking goodbye and a reminder of the importance of kindness and understanding. Pamela's decision, though tragic, was not one made out of selfishness. It was the result of a long and painful struggle. Her final words echo with love, urging those who admired her to cherish the good in life and to find peace in their own journeys. A lasting legacy. Despite her tragic end, Pamela Bach's legacy will continue to shine. Her contributions to the young and the restless and the entertainment industry as a whole remain a testament to her incredible talent. Fans will always remember the passion she brought to her roles, the beauty she exuded both inside and out, and the unforgettable performances that defined her career. Her story is a powerful reminder of the importance of mental health awareness. Pamela's struggles highlight the reality that even those who appear strong can be fighting unimaginable battles. Her passing is a call to action, a plea to look beyond the surface, to offer support to those in need, and to prioritize compassion. Remembering Pamela Bach. As the entertainment world mourns the loss of an icon, fans and colleagues are left with memories of a woman who brought light to so many lives. The pain of her passing is immense, but so too is the love and admiration she leaves behind. To Pamela's family, friends, and fans, we extend our deepest condolences. May her memory serve as a beacon of hope and a reminder that no one should ever suffer in silence. Let us honor her by spreading kindness, supporting those in need, and ensuring that her legacy lives on through the joy she brought to so many. Ashley Abbott's future in the young and the restless hangs by a thread. Ashley Abbott, portrayed by the talented Eileen Davidson, has long been a powerhouse in the young and the restless, and her latest storyline is nothing short of explosive. Between a crumbling marriage with the ever-deceptive Tucker McCall, a brutal power struggle within the Abbott family, and a mysterious new alliance, Ashley finds herself at a crossroads. Will she finally break free from Tucker's web of lies? Can she outmaneuver her brother Jack in the battle for Abbott? Or will the weight of past betrayals push her to the edge? Eileen Davidson delivers a gripping performance, making every scene an emotional roller coaster. If you want to see how this drama unfolds, don't miss the full story. Watch the video now. Under a suffocating cloak of uncertainty and despair, the night seemed to stretch on interminably. In one secluded room where chaos reigned, Phyllis could no longer bear the excruciating torment that had gnawed at her for what felt like an eternity. Overwhelmed by pain and desolation, her body finally gave way. She collapsed into a deep, unconscious faint. In the midst of this disarray, Sharon's anguished cries echoed through the empty corridors. Her voice, raw and desperate, pleaded for help as she screamed repeatedly into the void. Yet amid the terror and confusion, one unnerving detail became abundantly clear. The kidnapper who had orchestrated this abominable ordeal was nowhere to be found. His silence was as chilling as his absence, leaving Sharon's desperate pleas unanswered. But fate had one more twist in store, a beacon of hope that emerged in the form of Nick. Ever vigilant and haunted by the thought of Sharon disappearing into the unknown, Nick had taken precautions that, at that very moment, proved to be invaluable. Driven by an unyielding sense of protectiveness, he had secretly installed a tracking application on Sharon's phone, convinced that she might be lured away or placed in imminent danger without his knowledge. His intuition had been proven right. The tracking signal led him directly to this grim tableau. With urgency pulsing through his veins, Nick stormed through the door, his heart pounding as fast as the rapid beat of his anxious thoughts. The scene that unfolded before him was a nightmare incarnate. Phyllis lay in a critical state on the cold floor, her fragile form a testament to the cruelty of the night's events. In that harrowing moment, every second stretched into an eternity. Nick's detective instincts surged forth. He could no longer stand idly by. Without a moment's hesitation, he gathered Phyllis in his arms and rushed her to the hospital, his every step fueled by a blend of fear and fierce determination. Meanwhile, as the emergency lights danced erratically on the walls of the derelict building, Sharon, overcome with relief and a turbulent flood of emotions, collapsed into Nick's embrace. Tears mingled with whispered reassurances as the two clung to each other, their reunion a bittersweet moment amidst the chaos. Nick's soothing voice cut through the pandemonium. "We're safe now, Sharon. Don't be afraid. Everything will be all right." His words, though simple, carried the weight of his unwavering commitment to protect them both. Billy's heart pounded with a mix of frustration and ambition as he paced back and forth in the dimly lit back office of a rundown meeting space in Genoa City. The tension between him and Jack had reached a boiling point. For weeks, their disagreements had escalated from minor business disputes to a full-blown personal clash over their future in the company and the inheritance that Billy believed was rightfully his. Billy's voice, usually smooth and measured, was now edged with anger as he confronted Jack. "I deserve more than just a token position," he shouted. "I have poured everything into this business, and now you're telling me to just join Abbott, as if I'm not already a force to be reckoned with." His eyes, blazing with defiance, met Jack's cool, measured gaze. Jack leaned back in his chair, his arms crossed as if trying to shield himself from Billy's outburst. "Billy, you're not seeing the bigger picture," Jack replied calmly. "Joining Abbott with a proper role isn't a punishment. It's a chance to secure your future. You're trying to get even with Victor on your own, and that's a path that leads only to ruin." His tone was even, but the undercurrent of disappointment was unmistakable. Billy's frustration swelled into fury. "You don't respect me," he roared. "I've got a vision, a plan that goes far beyond just surviving under your rules. I want to lead, to shape my destiny, and I believe I deserve a substantial inheritance to prove it." With that, Billy's eyes hardened as he declared his intention to forge a new path, one that would leave Jack in the dust. Determined to pursue his ambitions, Billy left the meeting abruptly, his mind racing with ideas of power and control. His plan was simple yet audacious. He would reach out to the one person who could truly help him overthrow the status quo, Victor Newman.